It's always a party at Patchworks. Let's get this party started. Woot woot. Hi everyone, this is Julie from Patchworks, and I am so excited that you're joining us for a super special Must Sew TV Friday night party at Patchworks. Woohoo! Frank is in the studio with me, and we are just having a great time. We are hanging out. I'm seeing some people are joining us. Thanks so much for tuning in. We had an impromptu walk through the store today to show you a lot of the new fabrics that came in today. Not just today, this past week. So lots and lots and lots of new stuff. So for this Friday night party, I'm so happy that you're tuning in. So what are we doing and why are we having a Friday night party, and are we going to have a Friday night party every week? Well, I can't promise that we're going to have a Friday night party every week. And Frank's in the back saying, oh my goodness. But today, the reason why I wanted to share this with everyone is that I have some really, really special things from our friends at Shannon Fabrics in preparation for our big event of Sew Together Tuesday, which is coming up in September with Teresa Coates. So I know that sounds like it's forever away, but it's really not. And I wanted to talk about some stuff. So how many of you who are watching right now use Cuddle at all? And so when we're talking about Cuddle, you could do things like making these stitch and flip blankets. You could make things like the infinity scarves. You could make the Cuddle Luxe throws. You could also use Cuddle on the back of a quilt. Angie does a really great job using Minky on the back of the quilt. So what's the difference between Minky and Cuddle Luxe? Well, that's part of what we're going to talk about tonight. So in the store, I think most of you know, but just in case you don't, in the back room, we have a closet rod that have a whole bunch of these things hanging, okay? So these are all of our Cuddle samples. And what they are is, yes, we have more than 12 inches available in the store for purchase. We have them hanging so that when you're color selecting, you can just bring the little hanger up to the front and we'll go get the bolt. On each of these samples that we have the description right here as well as the price. So you're able to see that this Cuddle, which is a C3 Cuddle, that's what they call their plain solid Cuddle Minkies. This is a 90-inch wide, so it's super wide. This one is $20.99 a yard. If it's the 5860, which is we have it hanging longer. So we have a section where they're hanging shorter. The short ones are the 90, and we have less colors of that available. And then we have the long ones that are the solids. So where did we get this idea of how to do this? Well, when I go to trade shows, I see the salespeople samples on hangers like this. And so I thought, you know what? Wouldn't it be cool to have mini samples hanging in the store? So that is part of what we came up with when we decided to have the hanging samples. We also thought that the hanging samples would be super cool because that way it takes up less space and you can see all of the colors in a much easier way to look at it. So you can see here, isn't this cool? Well, this is part of my secret of what I have to show you. I have snagged for just a couple hours some really amazing samples to show you. So can you believe we only have, oh goodness, Frank, what do we think? We have 30 colors? Something like that, 30 colors. Look at all the colors that are available. Oh my goodness, all of them. So these are the 58 60-inch wide. And then in the super wide, we carry the neutrals, but this is everything that's available in the super wide, which is the 90, and those are the super tall bolts. So why am I teasing you with all of this? Well, one of the things that I want to tell you about is that for the classes that we have coming up, so for Sew Together Tuesday, we're going to be working more with Luxe. But in August, we're going to have Shannon, brand ambassador, here doing a class, a sit and sew class, where we're going to have the opportunity to make a cuddle bed sheet. I mean, like how soft. Maybe not in the middle of summer, we don't want to be laying on a cuddle sheet, but just can you imagine that? And so if you want to be working on something like that and you want to have a cuddle bed sheet for your king size bed, you're going to need upwards of 3 yards. So what you might want to do is consider all the colors that are available and potentially even buy a bolt. Now, I know that sounds a little crazy, but I don't know about you, I have more than one set of sheets, right? So that I can wash one and then have one ready to go for when I'm making my bed, so I don't have to have the bed unmade. So there might be that you really want to think about, oh, this eggplant here is the perfect color. I'm not going to have all of these samples on hand. I just have them here for tomorrow. But the thing is the availability of these being available, as well as potentially you might be interested in thinking about, oh, I never thought about that. A few weeks ago, or maybe a couple months ago, we had done this where we were showing you things and giving you the option of buying a bolt off, special ordering a bolt from a different manufacturer, and that was really popular. So I thought, you know what? These particular fabrics are available in 10-yard put-ups, and that's not very much when you're talking about needing 3 yards of something to make it happen, okay? So that is the crux about these particular ones. Of course, the solids are super exciting, but what I thought I would do is I'm going to show you some of the really special samples that they have shared with us of quilted things, of project, of what you can do with some of the Luxes. How does that sound? All right, I'm taking that as that's a good idea, Julie. So we're going to walk on over and I'm going to show you some of the really fun things. So over here, so we're fancy today, we have another camera spot. So most of the time that we've been using our cuddle is that we use it on the back side of a quilt, right? Quilts up really cool. You can see this really interesting embossed texture. Really, really nice, right? So what else can you do with it? The quilt that I had behind me, I had a stitch and flip. So the stitch and flip, we have the June Taylor Quilt As You Go battings, which work really, really well. Now they are for a 45 by 60 smaller project-ish. But if you had wanted to make something bigger, well, you can stitch and flip and draw lines for something on your own. So our friends at Shannon had given us this little sample of a stitch and flip, showing us just kind of, if you want to see the kind of how this goes together, if you've never thought about it. You have a little bit wider seam allowance here. You just flip it over. It takes all of the quilting. You wouldn't need to do any extra quilting on the back. And then you can either do a self-bind or you can use a single layer of that C3 Minky to do a single fold binding, okay? Now the really cool thing about this is that once you cut it, it's not fraying. So it's really, really nice for binding applications. Now these are super ambitious, but super, super, super cute. Can you believe this? That Teresa made this. Isn't this cute? So this is the Nifty Nag horse, and it's using a combination of Cuddle Luxe as well as your Cuddle, and there are patterns available. So all of the little samples that you have to look at, we do have the pattern listed, which is super awesome because sometimes you see things and you're like, oh my goodness, what is this? I don't know what it is, and I want to make it, so you don't know, but this one you would. And so you have a little bit of stuffing in here, but also some poly pellets. Then, I don't know if he'll go back up there. He will. We have this little guy. So this is from the Funky Friends factory. And this penguin here, super cute, super adorable. Like, this looks like such a high-end stuffed animal here. Oh my goodness, so adorable. Teresa did a video on this, and she does videos on lots of this stuff. And this one here, this is a simplicity pattern. So this would be from a big box store, and a flatter, much more manageable, much less intimidating kind of creature, but really fun and cute. And the thing about it is, if I come in, can you see that here with the little, so you have some raw edges on the end here with this, and that's the cool thing about your Cuddle, is that it's not going to come apart, and so you don't need to worry about doing zigzagging on every single edge so that it doesn't fray and fall apart. Most things that we'd be working with would be things like self-binding blankies, giant Cuddle Luxe throws. So we have a whole bunch of fun different things that they shared with us, and then we'll look at some of the fun options of fabrics to look at. So I think I had teased with this really cool dog digital print, and somebody said, what about cats? Well, yes, I have cats that I'll be able to show you. Now, there is also an embossed Luxe that came out, and here this has the dog print in it. Isn't that cool that it is embossed in there? And this is one of those self-binding, so the back is larger than the front, and there's a super slick way for inserting this center panel, and it's nice and drapey. There's no batting in here because there's no additional quilting in there. You could also use this for a flannel panel or just a flat panel if you had wanted to. This is the same concept, but a little bit more intricate. And what do I mean by that? I mean that Teresa's figured out a super fancy way to put in that inner binding there, or inner border. I went too close, inner border. Here is another smaller self-binding blankie. And this one here, because it's a little bit heavier, there is a square stitched in the center here to help it all stay together and not have extra strain on your side seams. Really, really soft. And then we just get into some throws. Now with the throws are actually nice. You can have them either be two of the same fabrics. I know the blankies that we have, or the throws that we have on our couch, are the same fabric on both sides. Frank and I each have our own. They're really soft and cuddly. But you can use printed Cuddle on one side. You could use printed on both sides, but having this really soft Luxe. So the Luxe is more like closer to a fur, but not a fur. And then this is the size. So this is the decadent size. And I think one of you had commented when I was over in front of the monitor that you had made a throw for a wedding gift. And that really is a really great idea to have a nice homemade gift. If you look in the stores, you'll see these throws being sold at high-end boutiques for a lot of money. And while the fabric isn't cheap, they do go together rather quickly, and they make very impressive gifts. And especially if you have, because we love to make quilts for everyone, but we don't have time necessarily to make a quilt for everyone, or that every wedding we're invited to. And this is just a really nice gift. So this is 2 yards. So 2 yards of the regular 58/60, and there's 2 different Cuddles Luxes being used. So we have one of the hides on the back, and then we have one of these really awesome animal prints on this other side. So we're going to look at some of the animal prints that we have, as well as the animal prints that are available for special order. And once again, if you are talking about making these as wedding gifts, for each of these it takes 4 yards of Cuddle Luxe, okay? So if you're talking about a 10-yard bolt, that's really not bad, because you could get, what could you get? You could get 2 large and then 1 half size throws out of each piece, and then that would just be really nice. Or if you want to get 2 bolts so that you could have the reversible sides, could do that too. Who knew? All right. The other thing that they sent me, which is really nice, is a couple different versions of the Infinity Scarf. So the Infinity Scarf is a free and downloadable pattern. Have you made some? They're really fun. I know that there's several of you who have just made tons and tons and tons of these for gifts during the holiday season. And so really nice to either have them be more of that upscale fur look, or you could just do beautiful colors in the hide texture. You can do the Cuddle, but once again, that Luxe has that added dimension, a little bit thicker, and it keeps you really warm. I had made one this past winter, and I actually had worn it out ice fishing with Frank. Really, really nice, and a nice wind blocker. So I was super fashionable out in the ice shanty. Of course, pillows are really nice as well. And the one thing I like here that you're going to be able to see is that we have different textures done up as pillows. So we have a texture called Seal. I think these both are Seal, actually. Yes, they're both Seal, 2 different colors. And then this one here, this is the Snowy Owl in navy. And see that frosted? So there's a couple different, you'll see the different ink colors there, that blue underneath. Really interesting. And then the Wild Rabbit, which is probably a texture that's more similar to some of the skins that we've offered in the past. Okay, now I'm going to hop back over and see what questions you have for me before we hop onto the next part. All right, so lots of great things to do. So they had sent the samples. We are going to have the samples hanging in the front of the store. We're going to hang them up first thing in the morning. And they also sent something else special that I have to share with you. They sent 2 gifts. So what we're going to be doing, we have a Cuddle Cut, which is a 2-yard purple. Ooh. And a glitter piece. Ooh, that you could make a pillow with, or back a small little quilt with. And we're going to be doing a drawing for people who come to watch our Cuddle show in person, in store. So this is going to be hanging up for the next couple weeks. If you come in and check it out, you'll be able to register to win one of these amazing prizes. How cool is that? All right. So, who wants to see some really amazing textures from some of the samples that I have with me today? Okay, I'm excited. I hope you are too. I am going to share with you some of the amazing fabrics that I have. So I do have in the store as well, for our reference, the latest Cuddle Luxe Cuddle, Making the World a Softer Place catalog. And Frank, let's look overhead. So I am going to have this here. Ooh, ah. Okay, so that you can see all of the things. I don't have all of these here, but there are a lot of really amazing Cuddle Luxe things. I also have a catalog that has all of the available prints in addition to what we have. Look at all of those. Oh my goodness. And I do have a catalog as well of the kits that they pre-make. But we're going to look at some of the Cuddle Luxes that are available. Okay, so we were talking about the Wild Rabbit. Oh, let's look overhead again, Frank. So the Wild Rabbit. Okay, so, so it's available in all of these colors. I'm going to take this away here so that we can see it better. All right. So there are 21 different colors of the Luxe Wild Rabbit. Really nice texture. So the different textures that I'm going to show you, there are just so many different options. We have the hide, and the hide is really the most popular. We have that available in several colors. And it is available in a total of, oh my goodness, 60 colors. 60. So if you were looking to make a cape or something, I could even see using the black here, maybe a brown, unless if you wanted to go into more of a fur. So these just really work super well with any particular print, or you can use them together. But if we look between the two of these here, so you can see the Wild Rabbit has some additional colors where the hide is one color. Okay, so of course the fancier, the more dyes that you have, will be a little bit more expensive per yard. And then we have, and so Kathy wants to know here, are we still having the Cuddle classes? Yes, so we have some Cuddle classes that are going to be coming up in late summer. We are going to be having a Cuddle class for making a fitted bed sheet with Jackie Hillman, and you can make either from a crib size all the way up to a king size, and that's going to be super exciting. We also are going to have Teresa Coates here from Sew Together Tuesday, so we're going to be doing the national broadcast here on Tuesday, September 27th. She's going to be giving the live broadcast here. Then we're going to be having a sit and sew class for the project that she is sharing. And then the following day, we are going to be having 2 workshops. So a total of 3 workshops with Teresa on different things and 1 workshop with Sharon. And of course, depending on how all of this goes, we might be having some other fun things of how to use this fabric. So how exciting is that? What we're going to be doing is we are going to be offering initially, because we don't have unlimited capacity, we are going to see how many people want to take all of it, okay? So that's how we are initially going to be offering it. So the initial offer is that if you want to be in attendance for all of the things, so that is Jackie's class in August, and then both full days with Teresa, and food will be involved in there, what we're going to do is offer you that whole package for $199.99. With that, you are going to get 20% off of all of your Shannon purchases for the rest of the calendar year. Can you believe that? So like our other fabric clubs that we have, we just thought, you know what, this is kind of like that. So we will offer you, for the purchase of that program, the ability to get any of these, what we have in stock or any special orders, 20% off. Super great deal. What do you think? Super exciting? If you aren't able to make some of them, we will have a wait list for a la carte items. I just know that we don't have unlimited capacity with who we're able to have for our in-person audience. So that's why we're offering it as a full package first. Does that sound good? Okay, so let's take a peek at some more things that we have to share. So we are going to be looking at some more hides here. Ooh. So this is the Cuddle Luxe, and we have, this is called the New Animals. So we have Dalmatian, we have zebra, we have a nice cow. Okay, so this isn't the cow cuddle print that we had. Where it's just printed on top. This is a rich, saturated Cuddle Luxe. And so that Cuddle Luxe on the back side here has less stretch. This is, the Cuddle Luxe is less suitable to back your quilts and more suitable for making projects. Look at this here. Oh, super cool. And then we have the pony. And the pony is available in the natural. So this is what I showed you, the large throw. And then we have some other colors, including some very styling blue and taupes and gray. We have the calf. So see, this is where it becomes a little tricky, that there's just so many options here. So you can see the coloring is a little bit different. I'm sure if you are a horse lover, you know that this is truly a horse, pony, and this is a calf. Also, this one has some texturing on top. Really nice. Oh, and then we have the fawn. So the fawn is one of the most popular ones so it's in their top list here. And this one here, very beautiful, light to dark, different size little dots here, very realistic looking. These wash really well. If you've never worked with these Cuddle Luxes before, you just machine wash and dry them. You don't want to wash them in hot. You just would launder them in cool and do a light damp dry, nice fluff. Then, oh my goodness, here. So this gets to be a little bit more stylized here. And so this is the frost. Look at this. So you have this two color, so it's two color here. So we've seen more like this, but then we get into our style colors. This is just so hip. Look at this pink. So frosty. So if you're watching and you are, if you are local and you're able to come by and see these actual samples tomorrow, that would be awesome to be able to just check these out and see different things. We'd be able to take immediate orders if you had wanted to special order whole things. And if you're interested in other things, we'll just be interested to see what people are interested in, and if there are, we'll see what people are looking at. Now here, for this frost, okay, you see this without texture. Now we're going to add for the snowy owl. So we have this frost, but you see there's also, it's printed and then texturized. So lots of different methods going on here with how this is put together. Really, really, really pretty. Ooh, so Kathy, sadly, we just have these samples here. I have to send them back on Monday. So the sample, these cards I only have tomorrow here in the shop. The projects I will have longer, And the catalogs I have longer as well. And of course, we do have quite a bit in stock of things. Then we have, what is this one? Oh, this is the sorbet. This is pretty wild. I know we have a couple wild ones here. So these are like tie-dye stuff here that have texture. Ooh. Ah. Ooh. Isn't that pretty? Now here, so this is really wild. This one here, this looks like shibori to me. Doesn't it look like shibori to you? So for Diane here, for checking out these things, we have them, of course, for ordering, but also since we don't carry all of these, I want to see what type of response people have as we look at our offerings, what we're looking at. And of course, if you want to take a class, having you have the ability to look at some additional pieces. Then this new texture here, the heather. Ooh, ah. So this is kind of like the frost, but it's not a stark white. It's well, it's just different. All sorts of amazing textures. So in-house, so from a Cuddle Luxe perspective, this one's Cuddle Luxe. Okay, so we just got in this buffalo check, okay? And this is the Cuddle buffalo check, okay? So you can see the difference between the two. So the Cuddle 3 here, so there's a little bit more of a pull on it on the back. The Cuddle Luxe has a higher pile. Doesn't stretch like this one does. Okay. And it's just, and this is printed. I guess they're both printed. It's just different. So I really had these similar ones to show you. So these are two that we do definitely both have in stock. Wanted to show you the difference between a printed Cuddle and a Cuddle Luxe. For our Cuddle Luxe dog, we have these embossed animal prints. So I don't know if these are just dog, but you know, I could see for sporting events here how these might go with some school colors. You have some more traditional colors here, and this would be the school color range over here, especially this orange. Right, Clemson Tigers are orange, right, Frank? I don't know. I don't know all the sports. Plus, we're interested in Wisconsin sports. But I know I have one of my friends, her son plays for the Pumas. So I'm thinking the Pumas might be one of these colors. Okay, now this is wild and crazy. So Karen, I just see these paws. I don't necessarily have cat paws. I have cat print. I don't, I mean, is this a dog? I don't know that this is a dog. This is an animal. It's called paws. Paws. All right, so that one's, isn't that crazy? It's crazy. The back side of this, do you see that? And then you have this frost on top. It's so crazy. And then we have some printed paws. So this would be, this is a This is still a Cuddle Luxe, so it has that higher pile on it, but it's printed and not embossed. All right. So, well, we're talking about cats, so, you know, I have to show you cats. Look at cats. So, for the cat people, we have this gorgeous, this is back into printed Cuddle here. So this is something that we do have in stock. And super cute. So I don't know if we could get away with it, but maybe you even pair this orange and this guy here. Ooh, who knows? And this dog is so super cute. This is in stock. Talking about our hides that we have. Okay, so we were talking about, I think I'm getting really tall here. So here's a cow that we have in stock. And then we have the pony. This pony in stock since it's one of the super, super, super popular. But this is a printed, this is what I was looking for earlier. This is the printed cow. So this is the Cuddle cow here. This is the Cuddle Luxe. Okay, so you can see the difference in the pile here. Okay, both are great. This one is heavier. Ooh, look at that. And then other just Cuddle Luxes that we have in stock. This is just some of them. We have this interesting texture, which has the dark color underneath, and then this interesting impression. The red fox. And then hides. So 2 hides that we had in to go with some project that we were working on were 2 of the blues. But we had seen that there's 60 colors. Can you believe 60 colors that are available in the hides? And then there's also a seal. So we've had seal, I think, just in the pink. The seal has a higher pile in it. So it's not necessarily suitable for a quilt backing. This would be definitely for a pillow or a throw. And so it's just like a giant fur ball. We also have it available in some neons, okay? Crazy neon. This does not give it justice over, I can see it through the screen here, this particular one. But you can see just how thick this is. And so that is what we call the seal. All right, I'm going to have to peel some back here. So this is like when, this is almost exactly like when I go shopping at a trade show. Like literally, they just keep piling and piling and piling and piling. And just when you think you haven't seen it, you've seen it all, they're like, but wait, there's more. So we're going to take a peek at some of the prints that we have in stock here. Now the prints are one of those things that you can preview on, well, all of it is available to be viewed at the Shannon Fabrics website, shannonfabrics.com. And the prints, this isn't a print, the prints actually are much easier to see in just the sample format because you're not necessarily worrying about the texture, if that makes sense. So this one here is so super cool. And this is the embossed snowflake. So once again, we're not quite ready to think about Christmas, but, well, you know, gnomes. You have to have gnomes. And so if you made one of these blankies here, I could see pairing these two together. So you could do either the dark blue, you could do a red. That'd be super cool to wrap around. And in the print catalog here that you'll be able to peruse, let's just see here how we can, if they have this, you can see I should have had the one, well here, let's just look here. So this particular owl, let's pull the owl up. So the owl is here, and the owl is here. So the scale is off, but from the image, it's really easy to translate. Patty, you asked, can you use the snowflakes for a scarf? So anything that has the title Luxe would be perfect to use in a scarf. Okay, so any of the furs, hides, embossed. So this one is a Cuddle Luxe. That would be perfect to use in a scarf. In no particular order, I'm just going to share with you some other in-stock cool prints that are new that we have. So we have, for our astronaut friends, we have some more serious planets. And then for the young at heart, we have astronauts and rockets. For those of you who are looking for more of a jungle scene, this one's new. This has koalas and tigers and lions and oh my goodness, just so cute. All the little cute faces. Just want to chomp them up. And then we have an all over safari. This is our brand new safari. This is our existing safari. Really nice. Great backs of quilts, great throws, great self-binding blankies, great crib sheets. Dinosaurs. Ooh, so we have some new dinosaurs. So this is a traveling dinosaur, you know, because dinosaurs had roads and stuff, right? And street signs and, oh my goodness, and then there's alligator. They even had a house. Yeah, I think so. Crocodiles running around. So anyhow, can't you just see for that juvenile quilt how awesome that is? And then we have some other dinosaurs here. We have dinosaurs. Dinosaurs. Ooh, oh, did you see frogs? I don't know, were there frogs in here? There might have been frogs. So Pat's asking, she says, you know, this is really fun and exciting. So how about the classes? What are we talking about with the classes? So for our classes that we are going to be offering, we are having some really special educators coming to our area. We are having Jackie Hillman, who's our regional Shannon ambassador, who's going to be doing a class here on a cuddle bed sheet. And that's available to be sized from a crib sheet all the way up to a king size sheet. So maybe you want one. We'll be doing that for an afternoon in August. And then at the end of September, September 27th, we have Teresa and Hawk here doing their Sew Together Tuesday presentation video live from Patchworks. We then are going to be offering a workshop featuring the project that she's going to be sharing that afternoon after the presentation is over and after a short break. The following day, she's going to be doing 2 different workshops as well. So Teresa's going to be doing a total of 3 different workshops on 3 unique items, okay? What we're doing is that we are offering a class package right now to have full 2 days with Teresa and a half day with Jackie for $199.99. That will include 20% off all of your Shannon fabrics from Patchworks through the end of the calendar year. So that's super exciting if you're going to be making a lot of these projects, really great value. If you want to be making a bunch of gifts for infinity scarves, for making a bunch of cuddle throws, that's what we have. We will be taking wait lists to be able to sell each of the individual sessions a la carte. However, since we have limited spacing, and I know that there's several of you who've been wanting to participate in these giant events, I wanted to give everyone who wanted to hop in for the full shebang, first shot at the full shebang, and then we will be contacting people who want to be taking only individual sessions. Okay, so we have just a few more fabrics that we're going to be sharing with you. So, and oh, Sherry says, does the discount start with the package purchase? So, like any one of our other clubs, we have the, so it's $199.99 for the inn to have all of the classroom time. There is food included on the Teresa days, and there are swag bags and other bonuses included in there. And then all of the materials that you would be wanting to purchase. And so it would be even from day one. So right after you would buy the workshop, you would be able to be eligible that day for 20% off of anything Shannon. So Frank, let's take a peek at some. And Sandy wants to know when she can sign up. So you can sign up in store starting tomorrow. And will we have kits for the projects for the classes? We absolutely will. And Kathy, we are finalizing our projects with Teresa on Monday. So we think that we have it all together. However, we will be finalizing on Monday what exactly we are presenting. So, and even if you had been interested in some of the things, so you just let us know what you would like from what we're going to be offering for that. Sounds good? Okay. So this is more of just a little teaser, or a big teaser, not just a little teaser. We have some more flowers that we just got in. They're a little bit more mature for things, because I know that we had a lot of novelty things. And so, you know, if we're making some of these larger projects, maybe we want some more mature prints so that we want to have them ourselves. We also have a whole range of Cuddle glitter, which is super cool. And this, I was even saying, would be great for the back of Tula projects with the rainbow. And then I have to sneak in one other print. It's not technically Shannon, but we just got it in. This is the only non-Shannon minky type product that we have in. We have one bolt of a discontinued Wisconsin Badger Paisley piece. So that is super cool. It's not exactly like our Cuddle 3. It has a little bit more stretch than the regular Cuddle 3, but this would be more comparable to the Cuddle rather than the Luxe. All right. So, did I show you enough stuff? What do you think? Is this exciting? Frank said, I thought this was only going to take 15 minutes. Hour into all of the stuff. And Sarah, do we have dates for the classes? So that, I believe it is August. So let's start with September. So September 27th is Sew Together Tuesday. Broadcast here from the shop. In the afternoon, after that, it's more of an evening, will be the workshop that will be featuring the featured project of Sew Together Tuesday. So the Sew Together Tuesday project is a smaller scale project. probably something like this. And then for August, oh, and then on the following day, so that's so Tuesday is Sew Together Tuesday. Tuesday afternoon is the workshop. That Wednesday right after are the 2 independent workshops. Coming early, August 3rd, we have a class with Jackie Hillman, and that is in the afternoon, and that is to make the fitted bed sheet. Lots and lots and lots of fun. So for a king size fitted bed sheet, you're looking at about 3 yards of the extra wide cuddle, and twin size is 3 yards of the regular width, just from an approximate. Okay. What other questions do you have? Is this exciting? So we have, and are we stocking little animal faces? The little animal faces are in stock. These guys right here. So everything that was on individual hangers like this we have in, all of these we have in stock. So I'm not able to show you right now, but in the back room, so by the flannels, there is a little wire, not wire, it's like a closet rod, okay? It's a metal closet rod. And on it are all of these hangers in color order, and they have our solid colors, as well as our printed colors, as well as our luxe prints that we have in stock, and we have in stock every single day that we have there. Underneath there is where we have some of our pre-cut little rolls like this, and these pre-cut rolls are 10 inches wide so that you can build your own kits to make things like this with either the print as you go batting or with your own batting that you've just drawn lines and wanted a quick and simple quilt as you go stitch and flip project. Any other questions? So we have so Sarah, I'll type in after. So that includes for the Shannon workshop there, $199. So you get the August 3rd workshop. You get the September 27th. That includes both the videotaping and the afternoon workshop and the September 28th morning and afternoon session. For the September dates, you will get food included in that. So hopefully that answers that. Okay. And then the official class release, I apologize that I don't have it today. I thought I would, to coincide with the gorgeous, gorgeous samples that I'm showing you. I'm going to be finalizing that with Teresa on Monday. So super, super exciting. What we're looking at probably is going to be a big throw, an ottoman, being able to look at a pillow, things like that. So that's a really nice combo of things. And then having for her Sew Together Tuesday, I know she always has really great projects that she has for those. We have all of the projects that I shared with you. And so Joe wants to know how many openings there are. We have 15 openings available. So if we do not fill the 15, we'll be able to open them up to a la carte. However, the first 15 who sign up for the package are who we are going to have, since we unfortunately don't have unlimited space to have everyone come to be able to view and have space to sew.
How often does Teresa have her sew things online?
And Teresa has her Sew Together Tuesdays every Tuesday. Okay.
Every Tuesday right now?
every Tuesday she goes live. She's actually on summer break right now, but otherwise, and we will have, we will know the projects starting on Monday. So, all right. So, I know this was a really like a big giant teaser, and I appreciate you for being able to participate with my giant tease to be able to do that, but I wanted to be able to share with you all of the goodies that I had because we kind of had an interesting coinciding of materials here, things to share, lots of great stuff. We've had Teresa here before a couple years ago, and that was a lot of fun. And we really want to be able to expand our cuddle selection, but in order to do that, I need to be able to give you resources to be able to know how to use it and do different things with that. So hopefully we'll be able to inspire you and provide some education for you so that you can use this amazing product, which is super fun and really nice to use. So, bottom line, come on in if you have the availability to do so tomorrow to be able to see the fabrics as well as the samples of the projects that I showed earlier in this presentation. Everyone who comes in to check it out will be registered to win one of the amazing prizes from Shannon. And then the samples are going to be hanging in the shop for a few weeks. But unfortunately, the fabrics that we don't have in stock do have to go back. However, I will have for you to be able to look at the different catalogs, which I haven't had available for you to be able to look at before. So I hope to be able to answer all of your questions. Thank you so much. I can't wait to see you. Happy quilting, and we'll see you soon.